Hey Stampers, it's Gaynor again. Well, after my parcel arrived, I just had to have a play and I couldn't resist. And I'm using this one tonight. Absolutely gorgeous. It might be a little bit long-winded because of all the colouring in, but I'm sure you folks don't mind. I'm using grey smoky slate, and it's just a half a A4. 8 1/4 by 5 7/8, scored and folded in half at 4 1/8. I will get it right in the end. Now I've lost my bone folder. There it is. Things all over my desk. So yeah, nicely folded edge to edge. This piece is slightly smaller because I want some of that border showing. This is cut at 3 1/2 by 5. Yep. And this is going to leave the card showing just a little bit. But oh my gosh, I'll show you the card I've done. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And I've added some little vellum flowers that come with the punch, the itty bitty punches. And I added a glue dot on the back to keep them in place, and one of these beautiful white pearls. So I'm using several sets really. The sentiment comes from, excuse-moi, this one, and it says "You are loved," and I'm using the colours Balmy Blue on this one. I'm going to keep with the colours because I think it's absolutely stunning. And I hope you enjoy watching me colour it all in. Most of you do. So I've mounted my block, and it's quite a big stamp, so I put it on the largest one. So I'm going to fetch my ink pad, which again is smoky slate, because you want that gorgeous framework in the lace to be subtle, and the flowers are subtle. That way it doesn't look like there's a big black blob of ink. So I've done it, little bits. Some of the leaves I did in the blends and the stem, but I used, because I hadn't got the blends in the Balmy Blue yet, naughty girl, I used my watercolour pencils, so that's what's going to take the longest, I'm afraid. So I'm just going to ink this up. Let's turn it round as well, because I want that framework at the top again. You could have it on the side, you could have it down the bottom, it's entirely up to you. It will go any way round, and I'll show you that in a moment. So I'm just inking it up nice, making sure there's plenty on there. I'm going to put the lid back on, and then I'm just going to turn this over, and I'm going to go roughly in the centre, and I'm just going to press on down. It's absolutely beautiful. Don't ask me why I do that. I just do. I don't know. I don't know. Just in case there's any ripples on there. But look how beautiful that's stamped. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Now we've finished with that, I can clear off my stamp. Oh, I love the red rubber. They clean off beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'll pop that to one side. Oh, isn't that just absolutely good? You could leave it like that, but we're not going to. So what I used the dark granny apple green. I thought it was the light one, but then I realised, oh no, so what I did, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to use the dark, but then I went over with the dark old olive just to give them highlights. And this is, I don't know why there's a bit of blue on there. This is just the alcohol remover one that lifts the colour, so give it some white shades. So there's quite a lot of green on this. So shall I come down a little bit so you can see? There we go. Try and keep it all in shot. So I'm just doing all the green first. I think I'm going to have to send away for my other blends, the ones I haven't got. don't know if they've got it in the balmy blue yet, I'll tell you the truth. So I'm just delicately colouring these in. It's the best part about this, is so therapeutic, and you get lost. I get lost in colouring. I think it's lovely. I'm not an expert, I just enjoy it colouring. When I was doing the other one, because I was quiet doing it, I think my tongue was sticking out the whole time, because when I concentrate, the tongue comes out and everything. Don't, when you're using the blends, if you're using the brush tip, don't go right the way up to the edge, because it will spill out a little bit. But it's so quick to do with the blends. And with that blue, all I did was go round every dark line with the really dark bit, and then just turn the pencil on the side to get the paler, so you can get shading done as well. I'll show you when we get to that bit. But if we're going to make the flower look realistic, we're going to make the leaves look it as well. And like I say, you could stamp this on several cards and just do a bunch in all different colours. Then decide what you're having on the background, decide what colour card you want. I've taken this from the Sale-a-bration catalogue. This is one of the images, but not the sentiment. Change the sentiment up a bit. So the leaves are done in no time. There's a fair bit of green going on in here as well, but I think it adds to that colour splash. I love those little buds, they're so cute. I'm literally just dotting, if you know. I'm not colouring as such, I'm just dotting to fill the space in. Fabulous. I wish the flowers would colour as quick as the leaves. Again, I'm just dabbing. Tiny little bit. Have to keep an eye on my camera, make sure the battery doesn't go out. It showed all the bars showing, but I've already filmed something once. So we've got more leaves here. Making sure I'm still in shot. Oh, this is just a beautiful image. Yeah, I think this one will be going down like a storm. And the lily one, oh my gosh, the lily one is beautiful. We'll probably have a play with that at another stage. Probably. We will be. So don't forget to look in between. So, can I see any more greenery anywhere? I don't think so. I think I've done all the green. I'm looking. Why does it look so dark? Let me just... That's better. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, now with my old olive in the dark, I'm using the brush tip. So what am I going to do is I'm just going around where you would think there would be shadow. So obviously those petals are overhanging. Just going to add shade. And wherever the veins are on the leaf, I'm adding them as well. It's just so therapeutic. I love this. Now the sun would be coming downwards. I'm just basically following lines. I'm not doing, there's nothing special about all this is just adding shade where you would think, can you imagine our light shining down that way? And just imagine where the shade would look. And highlight the leaves, you know, just give them just a little splash of touch. Whether there's lines there or not, just add a few. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And like I say, to get that white, you could use a white gel pen. Mine is not the best. This part of my pen seems to leak a lot, so I'm just pulling out the colour here. And a bit on that side. And it's basically only 1 or 2 leaves. I'm going to do it too. So I'm just pulling out a little bit there. A little bit there. A little bit there. And I'm going to go back over this. Just to give it a bit of depth. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. And that's it. I'm not going to do any more to those leaves, I don't think. I think that is just absolutely gorgeous. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely stunning. Right, now with the centre of the flowers, I'm using light and dark Mango Melody. I couldn't think what it was called then. And I'm just doing the lighter parts around the outside. And I'm not even colouring, I'm just following the lines. Just going over those where Stampin' Up, I've got where the image is, I've got little long strands. I mean, you can't see the centre of that one, but you can see the lines, so just going around them. I'm just going to dot that one around the outside. We got a little bit on this one. That's it. And then the dark is going in the centre. Just pulling it all together. Just adding a dot there. And just adding a line over there. And a line over there. Just pulling in the centre and just as if it's making its way outwards. And I'm just dotting that one. That beautiful. Watch, and you could just leave it like that at the moment. You could go over with your shimmer paints and just give it a shimmy look. If you want the flowers to be white, I think that would look absolutely amazing as well. But I'm using a blend. And I'm also using my pencil, and I had to sharpen this about 4 times whilst I was doing it, and the nib kept falling off. So I think I've sussed it out now. So I'm going to start with the big flower, and basically I am just going to go as heavy as I can. Really heavy, just on the lines. So I'm not even colouring, I'm just drawing lines. Everywhere there's a line, I'm going to go really thick. And it could even help, that even helps. So with this, watch, I can do it with the blend. You just pick up some colour with your blend tool and go around the outside. Just to give that darkness. And just going around the outside, but I might just keep wetting the nib actually. See if we can build up this process a little bit faster. I mean, you could have a little cup of water on your desk and just keep dipping in this. So just basically wetting my nib. It just makes the colour a bit more intense. Or you can just push on really hard like I did to get that colour. Just going around the outside, just following the lines. And then you can come back in with this. And if you've got any little white bits, it'll just fill those little white bits in. So I'm going to wet that again. Come back in and darken. You're going to try and keep it as sharp as possible, but it's not always the case. Just following the darkness of the line, and then when you get that pale one, you just turn it on its side. And you just pencil it lightly. In fact, you could do that all over and then go over the dark. It doesn't matter which way round you do it. Look, see, you can do it this way. Then when you get to here, you can. Just get that colour on. And then if you want a bit more colour, you press a little bit harder, and then just leave round by the flower itself paler. Or you, like I say, you can intensify it. But keep the darker around the outside. So simple. And then you just go back in with these dark lines. Just giving the flower definition. You're going to make sure you go around every single one. You don't have to, you could just colour it and leave it a one plain colour. But if you want your flower to look real, then give it some darkness, some welly, as I say. Where the back of the petals are, you can colour those in. You know, where the leaf falls over, the petal falls over. Filling in them blank, dark spaces. Again, just chasing the lines, because each petal is individual. So the darker you are around the outside, and then coming into the pale, you're identifying each petal. Like I say, I'm no artist. I can't draw for a toffee, but I can follow lines, and that's all I'm doing. Just going to give my pencil a sharpen. Got a bin right next to me. My nib's going to, yeah, there it goes, it fell off again. But I've still got plenty on there. Whoops, there you go, look, it's my fault because I've dropped the box. It breaks the pencils down its own shaft. And it doesn't matter how many times you sharpen it, it's going to break, it's going to break. Be more careful with my pencils. Again, coming around this side. I mean, these would make perfect Mother's Day cards. Oh, can you imagine your mum getting that off you, and oh, she'd just love it. I'm just using the side of the pencil to get the best colour. And where you think it's not dark enough, come back in, add a bit more. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely stunning. And then what I did is I flicked some lines, and then we're going to smooth them out with the blend. again to give it some more dimension. And then you grab your blend. I'm starting around the edge because that's where I last used it, so you just come in, add a bit of colour, smooth these out, keeping the palest part of the flower towards the centre. Isn't that beautiful? That's just absolutely gorgeous. I love it. And like I say, we're going to do that to all these flowers. I'm just going to sharpen this again. Oh my gosh. And I'm going to try it now. I don't want it too sharp, but I want it blunt enough. So again, we're just going to repeat the same process all over the other flowers. And then, oops, I'm just putting my pencil on the side. But you can do this all over. It's entirely up to you. It's your card. You make it how you want to make it. Just going over the petals again, dark around the outside. Identifying each petal. Oops, there it goes again. Just blow off the excess. With the pencil, see, you can sometimes see the lines, and that's why it's worth going in with the blend. Just to smooth those pencil lines out as well. Gorgeous. Just love it. There. That one was over in a flash. It was the big one that takes the longest. So again, I'm just going around the outsides. Core this pencil. It does need a sharp tip on it really, but again, just add a bit of gentle colour. Blend that in, and they're done in no time. You could even, I suppose, go around the where you want the darkness, and then it's because it still dampens the page a little bit. Just go around there. Just absolutely beautiful. Oh, I love it. Love it. Excuse me. I can see a lot of you ladies loving this. Absolutely loving it. So a bit more around that edge there. Just how gorgeous does that look? Just beautiful. That lush is absolutely beautiful. I can just see where I'm missing a dark line there. There we go. Just go back in. I think the pencil, even on top of the blends, a pencil gives a little bit more dimension, and it can help with the shading. I've watched a few ladies who have done the blends and they've gone over with the crayon after, just to give some definition, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Love it. I don't think you can go wrong with this set neither, because it's all clustered pretty much close together. I don't think you're going to go wrong colouring this in. I would do the same with blends. If you've got that blue in the blends, just do the paler on the inside and the really dark intense on the outside, and you're just going to pick up the beautiful tones. From this gorgeous stamp set. And like somebody said once, though, there's no right and no wrong in card making. It's only you know what it's supposed to look like. And I love the way the white gives it that shine. Beautiful. I'm going to sharpen again. We're nearly there, ladies. Ooh, I'm loving it. And my battery's going to run out. Oh, don't worry, I can swap it if needs be. So I'm just going to get the intensity of these beautiful buds at the back now. Still going around the outside. Just identify the petals. Oh gosh, my battery is running low. Sorry for the silence, I'm just concentrating so much. Some of the buds look like they're just starting to open. It's fabulous. There we go. I'm going to get some of this going on again. Oh my gosh, my battery's really low. It was on 3 bars when I started. Never been gas bagging too much. Just beautiful. Isn't that just beautiful? Oh, I love it. Right, I'm going to zoom back out just for a second. And I'm going to change my battery. I will be back 2 seconds. There you go, I'm back. I do apologise. My battery was really, really low. So I'm just adding a few more touches now. I think that is absolutely beautiful. So what I do then, just take the back and I'm cleaning off. You see that under here until it runs clear. Perfect. Perfect use of the blends there. I'm going to finish off our card now. Just beautiful. These are the new watercolour ones. These are in the new Cherry Cobbler, Flirty Flamingo, Cajun Craze, Cuss Curry, Granny Apple Green, Garden Green, Coastal Cabana, Balmy Blue, Night of Navy and Gorgeous Grape. So that they will they complement the other ones absolutely tremendously. So I'm going to stick this down on my beautiful card. Look how that stands with the grey background. It's just beautiful. I absolutely love it. Get a bit of snail going on. And look, you could even, it looks beautiful upside down as well, or on the side even, like that, or even on the side like that. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So making sure I've got the card the right way. Whoa, I want to make sure I'm sticking this on straight. Looks good to me. Give it a rub down from the bottom. Beautiful. So I've got some of this gorgeous brand new ribbon, which looks like the burlap, but it's called something else and I can't think right now. No, I can't think. So I'm just angling the ends, just for a bit more dimension. Oh, I've got a cold cup of coffee. Now fresh. Oh God, it wouldn't go down then. That's going to go across here when we add our sentiment later. So I've got a spare piece of vellum. This is where I cut those flowers out. There's 4 little bunches in here. There's this one, and this is the one I used. And once I glued them down, I lifted up the ends, just like this, and squoze them, and then flattened them back down, just so it adds shadow. See that? On the back of the card. Beautiful. So I'm going to use the same one again. You've also got this one which is a dot and like a petal, or you could use it as a little leaf, but you can build your own flower with this one. I'm using lots of new elements. I think because it's cut in through vellum, you've got to wait for it to spring back. And I can keep that. Look how many flowers I can get out of that. Absolutely wonderful. So I've got 5. There we go. I don't know if you can see them on there, but I can. Just going to grab 5 glue dots. I don't like all that paper, so this is why I pick it up and place it wherever you want on your card then, and I'll show you what we did. Normally with vellum you can see, that is why I'm using such a nice sized pearl. Oh, I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've just got 6 more of these pearls, so I'm quite lucky that I've got enough to finish this card. And then the pearl is big because I want to cover up the glue dot. I think these pearls were in a pocket swap, and I can't remember who sent them, but they are absolutely gorgeous. So if you remember sending me these little pearls, or large pearls should I say, there was purple ones, pink ones, black ones, silver ones. If you remember sending me them, can you tell me where you got them from, please? I would love to get some more. Now what I did then is just go around 2 petals at a time and lift, because the vellum's quite thick. Oops. That's all I did. And then I just pressed it down again. And the only reason I'm doing 2 at a time is because that way I have to do it 4 times on each flower, because there's 8 petals on this one. And then just pock it back down again. Adds dimension then. And then, or you can just leave them flat, but I want a bit of shadow behind there. I want this card to have lots going on, but look simple as well. I mean, I could have ruched up the sides while they were off, but how tiny and how fiddly. Once you get them up, you can use your fingers. Just dot them back down. But look how much fun we're going to have with all these lovely elements that are coming out in the Spring Summer Catalogue and Sale-a-bration. Ah, that is absolutely beautiful. I love it. And I used a Winker Stella just for the centres, and I'm only dotting. You could add it all over the place. I mean, you could add some on your little petals here as well. Or you could use your shimmer paints. Love it. You could have a gorgeous sentiment now saying Happy Mother's Day, or just like the one I'm putting on, You Are Loved. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, they just gorgeous. Why does my desk look so dark? Right, now I keep all my scraps of Whisper White. So I'm going to grab a piece that's about 1 inch, or just short of 1 inch thick. There we go, that's 1 inch. So yeah, I keep these in a little pot at the front of my desk. Any wider than that, then I put it in my little scrap bin, but they are so close to hand, and I can just get them and grab them. This is that You Are Loved, and that's from the Forever Lovely stamp set. I'm just inking it up, and I'm staying towards this bottom. The R, this is slanted. The R and the Loved are straight, but the U seems to be up on a slant. Okay, just coming down a little bit. There we go. Perfect. And it cleans off a dream. Oops, my lid's just come off. Look at that, clean as a whistle again. Oh, Gaynor. I do like to clean as I'm going along. And thank you people for subscribing to my channel. I am over the 8,000 now, and I'm so delighted. It's a fantastic. I love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much. I hope my content is still fresh enough for you all. I do try every single day to come up with something for you all to watch. I know you love it. I know I do too. And these are the new cling stamps, so look out, it's so tacky. Look, that is not coming off. You've got to be careful though, because it can, if you pull it too hard or try peeling this off, it will split your rubber underneath, so be careful. Like I say, Sale-a-bration item. There's only 3 stamps, but they are absolutely fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. I will not This is not the last time you're going to see this card, trust me. I'm just going to pen at the ends now. Just on this side. Perfect. Whoops. And grab my glue, because I'm using a little bit of glue. And just dotted when it comes out. There we go. Just tiny little dots across. Making sure you've got none on your hands, because you don't want to dirty this masterpiece up now. And we're going towards the top. And then up this side, I'm just going to dot. I'm just going to pop that down there for a second. And then that's just going. Just make sure that's straight. That is perfect. And there we have it. There is that beautiful, beautiful card. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And once you get your catalogues and look through the catalogue, you'll recognise this straight away. There we have it. There is my, it's called Lovely Lattice, and it's a You Are Loved card. You can just give it to someone because you love them. Or you could save it for Mother's Day. I just think it's absolutely stunning. You can see the sparkle. I'm glad I lifted that a little bit higher. You can see more of those beautiful flowers now. Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you for watching with me, and thank you again for coming in to watch the video. Thank you again for subscribing. I can't thank you all enough. And if you haven't yet, please press that bell down there, the subscribe button. And if you press the little bell, you'll be notified every single time I upload a video, which tends to be on a daily basis. This is my therapy, so if I'm not crafting, then I'm in hospital, which doesn't happen very often. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Love you all. Till next time. Bye.